In this video, we'll explain how scarf seam works. By the end, we hope you'll have a clear understanding of how the settings interact and how to tune it for your own models and materials. Enabling scarf seam. You first need to switch Bambu Studio to advanced mode. Scarf seam settings are hidden in simple mode, so if you do not see them, this is usually why. There are two places where scarf seam can be configured: the process profile settings and the filament profile settings. Only one profile controls scarf seam at a time. That is decided by the setting called Override Filament Scarf Seam Setting. So the simple rule is this: use process settings for project control, use filament settings for material control. Once advanced mode is enabled and you know which settings control it, you are ready to turn scarf seam on. Let's begin. Seam position. This setting is more important with scarf seam than most people realize. It is not just a preference. It can determine whether scarf seam works consistently or not at all. Only two seam positions are recommended with scarf seam: aligned and back. Aligned uses the same position every layer, creates one clean vertical seam line, usually the best all-round choice, especially for cylinders, tubes, and symmetrical prints. Back places the seam toward the rear of the model, best for display models, where you want the cleanest visible front face. Now, what about nearest and random? Nearest changes seam position dynamically, trying to minimize travel distance. That means the seam location can shift from layer to layer. Random intentionally moves the seam every layer. With a normal seam, that can help hide a vertical line. But with scarf seam, the whole benefit comes from a controlled, consistent, tapered transition. Seam placement away from overhangs. Scarf seam begins with very low extrusion, starting thin, then building to full height. On a normal vertical wall, that usually prints cleanly, but on an overhang, that first thin extrusion may have less support underneath. This can increase the chance of roughness, weak bonding, or a visible mark at the seam start. When enabled, Bambu Studio checks those areas automatically. Supported walls use scarf normally. Higher overhang sections may use a traditional seam instead, so scarf is used where it performs best. Smart scarf seam application. Applying scarf to a sharp corner can waste time and in some cases look worse than a standard seam. With this setting enabled, the slicer checks each wall loop automatically. Smooth loops get scarf. Sharp corners keep a traditional seam, so you get the benefit of scarf only where it improves the print. Scarf application angle threshold. This setting only works when Smart Scarf Seam application is enabled. The scarf application angle threshold controls how smooth the surface must be before scarf is applied. The slicer checks the angle at the seam location and compares it to this threshold value. If the angle is sharper than the threshold, like a corner, scarf is skipped. If the angle is smoother than the threshold, like a cylinder, scarf is applied. On a cube with aligned seam placement, the seam lands on a 90-degree corner. At the default threshold of 155 degrees, that corner is considered sharp, so scarf is not used. This is why changing the threshold may appear to do nothing on a cube. To force scarf onto sharper geometry, the threshold would need to be reduced below that corner angle. If Smart Scarf Seam application is turned off, this threshold is no longer used, and scarf can apply regardless of geometry. Scarf around entire wall. When this setting is turned on, the full outer wall becomes one continuous gradual transition. Important, when this is enabled, scarf length is ignored. The main benefit is appearance. But there is a trade-off. Because the entire wall is now part of the transition, surface geometry is being blended across the full loop, rather than only one short section. That can slightly reduce dimensional precision on parts where exact outer size matters. And on strength-critical parts, many users prefer standard scarf length mode, or normal wall printing, to keep wall geometry more consistent. Next setting, scarf steps. The ramp is not printed as one perfectly smooth angled move. Instead, it is broken into a series of small moves, each one fractionally higher than the last. By default, this is set to 10, but this is not an exact value. It is a minimum. The slicer may increase the number of steps to keep the ramp smooth. So even if you set 10, the actual number used can be higher. Only consider increasing it when you are using unusually long scarf lengths and can actually see stepping in the seam transition. For most users, this is a set and forget setting. Scarf joint for inner walls. This one is easy to underestimate, but it can make a real difference to outer surface quality. Inner walls have seams too. If an inner wall uses a traditional hard stop seam, it can leave a small raised bump at that junction. Then, when the outer wall is printed, the nozzle is pressing fresh plastic directly against the wall behind it. This setting gives the inner walls their own gradual scarf transition as well. So instead of one abrupt internal bump, the seam is blended more smoothly through the wall stack. Next setting, Override Filament Scarf Seam Setting. We covered the logic behind this earlier. This is the control switch that decides which profile manages scarf seam. As soon as you enable it, 4 additional settings appear directly underneath. Use this when you want one scarf setup across multiple materials, or if you prefer separate scarf tuning for each filament, leave it off and manage settings in the filament profile instead. This is the easiest way to tune scarf seam from one place, without editing individual filament presets. Scarf seam type. This is the master switch. Nothing activates until this is changed from none. You can adjust every other scarf setting in the menu, but if this remains on none, no scarf seam is applied anywhere. Contour. Scarf is applied to the outer walls only. Contour and hole. If internal holes are clearly visible and appearance matters there too, use contour and hole. The trade-off is slightly more processing, and in some models, longer print time. Scarf start height. The ramp does not start at 0. By default, it starts at 10% of your layer height. Starting a little above 0 helps the transition begin more cleanly. As a guide, 5%, steeper entry, can hide seams aggressively, but may be less forgiving. 10%, default, best starting point for most users. 30 to 50%, gentler entry, useful when testing surface finish, or if the ramp start looks too sharp on a specific material. For most prints, leave it at 10%. Scarf slope gap. This setting controls what happens right at the end of the inner wall loop, just before the nozzle returns to the seam point. As the wall prints around the perimeter, pressure builds up inside the nozzle. When the loop closes, that pressure can push out a small amount of extra material. If you see a small blob at the seam, increase it slightly. If the seam begins to look gapped or under-extruded, reduce it back towards 0. The outer wall has a similar control called seam gap, but it is only visible when developer mode is enabled. Next setting, scarf length. This controls how many millimeters the slope spans along the wall, and in most cases, this is the single biggest factor in seam visibility. A short scarf length concentrates the transition into a smaller space. That can still work well, but the seam may remain easier to spot. A longer scarf length spreads the transition across more distance, making the seam progressively harder to see. Setting this to 0 disables scarf entirely. So if scarf appears not to be working, always check this value. Also important, when scarf around entire wall is enabled, this setting is ignored completely. Roll-based wipe speed. When roll-based wipe speed is enabled, Bambu Studio uses the speed of the feature that was just printed. So if an outer wall has just finished, the wipe uses outer wall speed. If an inner wall just finished, it uses inner wall speed. The wipe move becomes a smoother continuation of the toolpath rather than an abrupt change. That helps reduce zits, blobs, and endpoint marks. Want to keep learning? Visit Bambu Lab Academy at bambulab.com/academy.